Hey guys, today I'm gonna do Braxton's Family Values, season 3, episode 13. Um, Sorry for my background, but I'm in somebody else's room. Anyway, Tony and Tawanda, they gone shopping for Tamar's baby shower, Tay shower, the shit that's all about her. So they in there, they talking about the baby shower and what they're gonna get and all this kind of stuff. They talking about getting t-shirts made with all her sayings on them. Then they brought up a saying when they were talking about have several seats. Boo boo, Tony, y'all, that is not Tamar's saying. That is Kevin and Mikhail's saying on the Scorpion show. Sorry to bust y'all bubble, but that was not Tamar's. Y'all need to start giving them recognition on them sayings y'all be doing for real. But yeah, so they gonna get all these different shirts made up for her, and they what's that thing Tamar, what, not Tamar, Tony, she was talking about getting her mama a chain, say trust no man or some shit like that. So I was like, okay, that's cute. They were talking about Tony working with Babyface because she was telling how she talked to him, and Tawanda wanted to know what was said. So she was talking about how basically what he was saying to Tony about them working, and she was like, so he want to work with you? And she was like, well, yeah, he's kind of hinting to that, but he didn't say it. So yeah. Then the next thing was with Tamar, Trina, and Tracy. They walk in Atlanta. Tamar feel like she needs to exercise more, cause the baby is coming. So to get in shape and keep in shape, they having a little sister moment or whatever, and they asked her how she feeling, and she's feel like her and the baby suffocating each other, and the normal little pregnancy little things that girls go through. They're talking about her performing, and she's saying how she's gonna keep on performing till she can't perform no more. But she also hinted about her hiding her pregnancy, because if y'all noticed, she had a jacket on. It was because she didn't want nobody to know that she was pregnant, and I guess this is when she was still hiding it. And they was asking her, well, you can't, they were telling her, like, you can't keep hiding it. And she was like, well, I know, but we're hiding because, the little issue she was going through trying to get pregnant. And she wanted to make sure that, she was getting past, like, her first and second trimester or whatever. Getting past the hard part of her pregnancy. So I can understand that part. Especially when it's hard to have a baby. You don't want to be running around telling everybody, oh, I'm pregnant, then you lose your baby. Then that's like a hurtful situation when everybody keep coming to you saying, oh, how's your baby, or what happened to your baby, and then you got to keep explaining that shit. So I understand her waiting until she knew that the baby was okay and she was okay. So yeah, I can understand that. Anyway, and I can understand her performing till and then she was dropping it like it was hot. That shit was funny, even from the back. Tamar, we could tell you pregnant, but boy, you start shaping a little different, so you could tell, front or back, we could tell you pregnant. And no, you can't keep bouncing it, dropping it halfway, none of that. Anyway, Mama D, oops, so sorry. Mama E and Daryl, her date, they go play golf. It was cute. They had a really nice, cute date. They was flirting a lot. Little flirt. She wanted to make sure he was standing behind her. He was teaching her how to play golf, and it was a really cute date. I really enjoyed to watch her just being happy. Compared to the doctor she was going with, and that first blind date she went on. Well, not the first one, but the one this season. But yeah, I was just really liking how she was happy, and he makes her feel very comfortable to even flirt like that. Some people, they go on a date and they just be real quiet and stuck up. So for her to be comfortable enough to flirt with him, you could tell she liked him. Next was Tamar and her Tay shower. I don't know if it's something happened between that, because something happened in the house where I had to walk away from the TV. But I did walk in where they was having a Tay shower. I think that's what they was calling it. They were having fun. Tamar was having an attitude about something, so the girls started singing or whatever, and they always harmonized real good. I can't say that about the sisters. They harmonized really, really good. And Mama E came. She brought gifts, and I guess people's manicures. I don't know, but she brought some shit. They all sitting around talking. They making Tamar open her gift. She got some panties, some bras. Then they give her that bag with the t-shirts, and they want to show her all her sayings. So she started passing them around and all this kind of stuff. After she passed all the things around, Mama E leave because she said she got a hot ass date. And I was like, yeah, go on your hot date. That was supposed to be for, that should have been for the sisters anyway. So I can understand Mama E excusing herself. Tony has an announcement that she's moving back to the ATL because she found a school for her son Diesel. So I can understand that. But Tamar got all of her feelings because everybody, y'all know she's the baby and she wants all her sisters there. So when Tony was telling her all this time that she was going to be there for her, that's what Tamar was expecting. But Tony said she's going to be there. All the sisters going to be there. She's not moving till August or whatever. So, girl, boo. But, yeah, they all say they're going to be there. You know how they all pull together. Regardless if they got to jump on a goddamn plane, they all be there for each other. I can't give them that. But Trina was like, what the fuck? Like, how you gonna move to ATL? I'm supposed to be moving to LA. I'm all confused. I'm like, girl, you always confused. Like, you ain't got no backbone. My thing is, what you need Tony for? You talking about doing your music career. You don't need Tony to be in LA for that. Anyway, yeah, that was with that. Tamar, she gets into her feelings. Oh, no, she gets into her feelings because she was talking about how she wanted her mama there. How she wanted everybody there. She wanted her mama there. But she's supposed to go to Trina's son's graduation. And I think Tamar would be like 38 weeks at the time. So she was mad because she was like, I don't want y'all taking my mama. And she was like, no, my mama going to be there for my son's graduation. So you can understand that too. But y'all can understand who Tamar is. So Tamar walks off or whatever. The next thing was Babyface and Tony. They was working together. They was doing a video shoot, for his upcoming little songs. I guess they doing 2 songs together or whatever. But, yeah, they was talking about the video, the music concept and why the people were taking pictures of them. So that was a cool little thing, whatever. The ladies meet up with their mama to meet Daryl. This was the end of the thing. Not even the end. They meet up and to meet Daryl. They like him because he comes up, and I think in a Porsche or some kind of little sports car. So they was like, ooh. And then somebody was like, Tracy was like, it could be a rental. I'm like, really? But I can understand where you coming from. You in LA, that could be a rental. Or Atlanta, wherever the hell they was at, that could have been a rental. But, so he introduces himself. He tell him how nervous he is because introducing yourself to the family or whatever. You can understand him being nervous. What? I'm doing something. Can you close the door? Thank you. He introduces himself. They start questioning him. Like, all the sisters start questioning him. Which you can understand. I'm sorry about that interruption, but yeah, they all start grilling him, which you can understand from some daughters. He tells them how he's diabetic, so they was like, that's a plus because their mamas are diabetic, so they can understand him being able to make sure she's okay health-wise, making sure she got to do what she got to do. So Tony started questioning him about his finances and his credit score, and I was like, back the fuck up, Tony. Like, what about your bankruptcy and your credit score? And I understand what she's saying about her mom. She wants her mom to be able to be comfortable and all that. But to me, it just seemed like every time it's about a date, Tony always got something to do with finances. It's never about love with her. It's always about money. And that kind of rubs you the wrong way because I'm like, with this society nowadays, like, this is why you don't have these good couples out here because you always worried about money and shit and not about love and a relationship. So that shit kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And this is why it's real fucked up relationships out here now. While they all laughing or whatever, Tracy is in her feelings. She not saying nothing. She, giving side eye. She making little, like, she could tell she don't want to be there. So they kind of asked her. She like, I ain't got nothing to say. So mama is noticing how she's acting. So she asked Joe to excuse herself. He leaves out. So the mama like, what's up? And Tracy just really, really was disrespectful to me. She was really disrespectful. And I understand when she said she was going to question him, the mama said stay out of it. She took that like to heart and she was so hurt. But like Trina said, explain to mama why you feel like that. And she was just like, a bitch. She was basically being a bitch. When her mama started saying something, she was like bucked up to her mama. Her mama like, what you gonna do? And y'all know that's their mama, and Mama E is not playing that. She will whoop that ass and ask questions later. Like Tracy. Tracy was very disrespectful. Now, Mama E can be a little mouthy at sometimes, but that was just out of line. It wasn't the time or the place. It was just childish. But we'll get to that later. Um, so then at the end, everybody, all the sisters meet up except Tracy. They meet up at Tawanda's house. And they're having Tawanda calls this meeting with the sisters, and they all want to know, like, what's this big meeting? Why is it so formal? All the stuff. So she was like, Tony was like, well, I want to talk about Tracy first. And so Tamar like, what happened? And so they tell her what happened. Tamar's like, I told y'all something was wrong, which she did. Tamar was saying that Tracy was acting strange. So then Tawanda brings up how Kevin is having extramarital affairs, which if y'all don't know what that means, he cheating on her ass. And he got a toddler that's 5 years old that might be his. So the sisters start talking about how they're going to start doing an investigation to make sure it is his. And I'm sitting there like, damn. Y'all was all on Gabe's ass. Tracy was on Gabe's ass and every damn thing. And your man doing the same thing. So if your man doing the same thing, shut the hell up. She should have never been saying shit about Tracy all that time, Trina knowing her man was a cheater too. But yeah, like they showed, Tamar did bring it up in the first season that her man was a cheater too, and she wasn't feeling that. But Tamar told him it wasn't a place to do that investigation, but Tawanda said yes it is because that's their sister. And I'm like, yeah, you guys are going a little overboard. My thing is, you guys don't do that investigation. Let that be her, but y'all just be there for her. And then that will go a lot smoother. Now, Trina was getting mad because Trina was, it seemed like she was trying to take up for him because she's been in that same situation. So, she was kind of getting mad at her sisters. But I'm sitting there like, why? Because Gabe's a cheater and it was hitting home for you and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't get it how Trina was getting mad. I think Trina was getting mad because she was in that, well, she said, she know how I feel, and she felt like the sisters shouldn't go at Kevin or Tracy with this information. They should just let it play out and just be there for her. But I'm like, the way y'all sisters supposed to be so close, I can see why they going at him. The way they went at Gabe, why is Kevin off limits? So yeah. And I'll just be like, they should all kiss Tamar's ass because she be just telling them what's the real. Then the shit just be coming out to play on camera and then they get mad. Like, for real. And then my thing is, y'all just really bust this girl out. Y'all could at least let her bust her own information out. But y'all bust her information out on national TV. Yeah, she's going to be really mad. This is some shit she probably wanted off camera. But y'all just right straight bust her and her man out. But we all knew he wasn't right. Everybody knew he wasn't right. He never wanted to be on camera. Then on this season, when he was on camera, he was still an asshole. So, yeah. That's what happened on the Braxton Family Values season 3, episode 13. I think this was like the mid finale or whatever, mid-season finale, and they supposed to come back on. But anyways, before I go, I do want to say congratulations to Tamar. She had a healthy baby boy today, so kudos to her. I'm not sure how much the baby weigh or what's the baby name or whatever, but kudos to Tamar and Vince for having a baby boy. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Keek, Instagram. I do everything by the Ghetto View, THA, not THE, except my Instagram is Miss Nika 69, MIZZNEKA 69. Yeah, talk to me and I'll talk back. Alright, peace.